Seth, thanks very much. Congratulations to the Orange on the win against Louisville. With Corey Alexander, Hall of Fame head coach Jim Boeheim, West Durham. Welcome to Cameron Indoor Stadium, where Duke has built an early 10-point lead and Notre Dame is in the middle of a drought. It's been 6 minutes plus since the Irish last put something on the board here at Cameron. Imes on the drive. Tried to reverse it up. Zona scrambles, but Foster, including the two principals, that they have at least one game with each. And Sean Stewart starts the transition, and here's the lob. Oh my goodness!
Sean fouled him because I needed to see this replay. The block shot, and then getting down the floor, taking off, sprinting, recognizing he was going to have an opportunity. His fellow freshman, Caleb Foster, knows.
Yeah.
In over 7 minutes.
3 rattles out from Proctor. Filipowski a second chance for the Blue Devils. Foster wastes no time.
Caleb Foster and 40 seconds.
Yep, halfway home in this first half. Here is Burton. Trying to get around Stewart. Kabajai the catch with the left hand and snaps the drought. First field goal for Jai, and the first points in about 8.5 minutes. Blue Devils.
That's the percentage play.
Free throw from Stewart and Pittsburgh. 6:30 a week from Saturday, February 17th. Sends him to the bench with 8:48 to play. And Ryan Young back for an extended stay as Braden Shrewsbury drops home his second three.
He's just got to have some help.
Roach and Jai the rebound. Here's Braden Shrewsbury picking it up for Burton in transition. And that three from Marcus Burton.
What did I say? Get 2 buckets and it was the guy in my mind for years that's done that, and we miss him so much being out here.
Yep.
Get back here, Dick.
Absolutely. We're pulling for you, Coach. Our ESPN rankings a year ago, that got blocked. Here is Proctor. Nice scoop. Tyrese Proctor's first basket.
This Duke team is a different team.
All here on ACC Network. The Hokies in the pack should be terrific.
WD, that's the rematch. The Hokies winning the first matchup in Blacksburg by 1 on a Liz Kitley buzzer beater. So I'm sure the Wolf on him.
Now he takes it around Stewart and tried to put it high off the glass. Zona recovered it on the rebound.
I still think Stewart got a hand on that one, WD.
Yeah. Look at Kerry Booth go get it. Booth one step flush.
Now that was
Miraculously has gone from out to 9. And Wake is in the first 4 out even after the big blowout
to win a couple games, but at the end of the year, looking at them with the eyes, they passed the eye test. They're a good team, and since Reed has got there, they've obviously been much, much better.
Zona scores off the drive after a Ryan Young back.
Getting into the NCAA tournament.
There goes Julian Roper on the drive. That got swatted back from behind by his former teammate Ryan Young at Northwestern. Corey.
Well, he knows the move.
Proctor and a foul underneath. I think Roper going to be called for the push. Nope, they're going to get Zona.
You know who is really my guy?
No.
This Boeheim guy on my right.
Yeah.
At State, it's going to be Rowdy.
Yep. 4 for Proctor in the first half.
The tournament guy also. He is my resident bracketologist.
Yeah.
I've got a direct line. I just ask Coach Boeheim who's getting in, who's not.
Well, I think we're learning that.
Well, the ACC wins games every year more than any other league and wins more.
Tay Davis at the line. First one good. Okay. Duke tonight is where in your mind?
Oh, it's good, but I think you got to give Notre Dame credit. They were on the verge of being blown out. 15-5, hadn't scored in forever, and now they're a 9-point game. That's good in this building when you come in here for the, with a lot of these young guys, first time.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Stemming the tide through that beginning of the game is.
Points going to the locker room too.
The bottom line, if Duke makes 3-pointers like that, you're not going to beat them in here. You've got to hope that they miss a few for you.
Look at Kabajai with a right hand.
Nice move.
6'10" sophomore.
Play to the basket, then foul.
And now the shot clock off. And a 10-point Duke lead. Roach lines one up, spins out. Jai the rebound with 4. Here's Davis with 2. Shrewsbury at the horn. Ooh. And we got a foul.
Yes, sir.
That was a smart play by Davis, recognizing he had more than enough time to find the shooter. Shrewsbury's already locked and loaded.
Shrewsbury and Notre Dame got a chance to cut into this deficit. Coaching your son, it's not for everybody.
But you're worried about your team, and now you're worried about your son too. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but it's the best thing I've ever.
Thank goodness Julie was around. 8-point game. That's the final play of the half. McCain's three goes wide. That'll get us to the half. But he's so great, it's unbelievable.
And I will tell you, he is very well beloved in this building.
That's shocking. Well, that's because they beat us most of the time.
Here's a three by McCain. And on cue, Jared McCain now with 7.
And that was the freshman guard that we...
That definitely had some pro flavor to it, didn't it?
The same flare screen, not available. Shrewsbury guarded it very well, keeping the basket.
Kansas City, Kansas, by the way. 14 a game and 7.5 against the league. And by the way, shooting 61% from the floor in conference play. I would say sometimes you don't have to have certain stats to say you're improved. He's clearly improved. Right?
He's clearly improved. The difference for Mitchell is it's what's happened in and of course Duke has played so many marquee games. What has he done in those games?
Right.
Was expecting, especially John Shire.
Filipowski, by the way, 3rd foul. So I still think is having an impact on this team, especially what he does on defense.
I think the key is his outside shot. You know, he's got to get that better. If he can get that better, then he's going to be really dangerous.
You also have to remember, WD, Mark Mitchell was a 3-man last year. He's primarily been a 4 this season for the Blue Devils.
Playing, even when they don't score, they're still playing hard on the defensive end, and that's coaching. He's doing a great coaching job with this team, period.
Yeah.
You can have 7 wins and have a great coaching year. You know, and some years you can have 30 wins and not have a great coaching year.
Shrewsbury knocks down another 3. That's his 3rd of the ball game. He's got 11 now.
I'll tell you what, Michael Shrewsbury did a great job recruiting out of his own household.
You can pay him. You can pay him.
Oh, yeah. I watched you pay Buddy at Peach Jam. Don't think I wasn't going to bring that.
Braden gets his confidence from his mom.
Hey.
He makes shots.
Sure.
And they asked me once in a while when I was coaching.
WD, listen, I don't know Buddy Boeheim as well as of course, his father does.
Sure.
But I know Buddy well. Buddy had confidence from day one. He had confidence when he was playing for the Albany City Rocks.
Yeah. Marcus Burton, a 3. He's now in double figure strong. So they've had 2 cracks at it.
But if you're going to beat the Blue Devils in this building, you're going to have to make threes. If you look at teams who have won here, they have shot the basketball extremely well.
McCain, nice shot. Jared McCain, all the way underneath. Gary Booth, almost 7 feet tall, bothered by Mitchell. Recovered Jai, swatted out. Filipowski, nice play. Here's the lead for Flip. Spin and foul by Burton. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know,
However, you see how quickly he moved, WD?
Yeah.
He didn't move in the restroom line for 10 minutes trying to get back, but he wasn't moving as quickly now.
Yeah. Look at that, huh?
I tell you what, I was watching that game at home live.
I couldn't believe that.
And that was fun. Not as much fun as what we're having right now.
Notre Dame had a chance to cut it to 6 twice. Filipowski had it blocked. That's Davis on the rejection. By the way, Jalen Blake's back on the floor here in the second half for Duke. Mitchell pushed. Blake's, of course, playing for the first time in 4 games. He played 13 minutes a year ago, but he was a defensive stopper in Shire's first campaign. Here's Burton. Little pull-up on Mitchell. Boy, he got a nice game.
He's a really good player. That's a really good defender against him, and he still got the shot.
Yeah.
A good one.
10-point game. Here's Filipowski. Double team. Now Mitchell. And Gary Booth will draw the foul.
Close.
Whatever they list him at, he's not.
Potentially one of the more versatile players in the ACC. Left the second. Mitchell's going to be a big part of it.
I believe Mitchell will be a big part of it, but I also believe Proctor's going to be a huge part of that. It's going to be that sophomore class along with Filipowski that really Duke will have to follow. You're going to get the production from the senior Jeremy Roach,
right,
and you're going to get consistent production from Jared McCain. It's those sophomores. They will determine how much success this Duke team has.
Proctor all the way through with the right hand. 9.
They've done, and they've done a great job.
I Imes turns it over. Foster for three. Too strong. Konechny couldn't get it. Stewart does. Tap foul for And here's Logan Imes digging out a rebound.
WD, you talked about, this being, of course, the first game after the Carolina game and how much energy is expended when you play against North Carolina, the Duke-North Carolina matchup.
Yep.
Coach, I don't think we've seen Duke's best performance here either. They may have a little bit of a hang-up. They're just not going up against the same level of competition that the Tar Heels faced last night.
Well, they're all about making shots. They missed a lot of shots that they normally make. And part of it, I think, is Notre Dame is
It goes back to what Micah Shrewsbury, when he talks about wanting to get the game in the mud. I think at times Notre Dame's able to do that. Sustaining it is different. Here is Foster on the steal and the flush.
I just think he missed a couple early, and then you start thinking about it.
Here's Shrewsbury. Boy, look at Stewart digging. And now here's Filipowski. And got stripped by Shrewsbury. So he did not get the easy basket, and he'll have to go to the line for Tate Davis. And here is Filipowski. And R.J. Davis is first team All-ACC, Corey.
I'm going to go with R.J. Davis as ACC Player of the Year.
After the loss at Chapel Hill.
The defense has been good. They've competed. I don't like it too much when people say they didn't compete, because I think most of the time the players do compete. But sometimes they
have proven to have an advantage since the ACC expanded beyond the 12 schools.
But we also have seen a 5 seed win it twice.
That is correct. By the way,
but we know they won.
Ryan Young, it's his fourth. They've done it twice
without
the double bye. Georgia Tech did it without the double bye, but there was an
all-rookie team this year. The problem for Burton is the turnovers, and again, he has to do so much on the last possession, just trying to do a little too much there where there's no opening, trying to get through bigger defenders.
The fouls on Tate Davis.
Could be on that team also.
Mitchell missed the front end, and 10-2 overall.
And you look at Notre Dame shooting 29.4% from the field. How much of that is Duke's defense, and how much of that is just the fact that Notre Dame is an inexperienced team coming into a tough environment?
And Bert Smith with a whistle from under Muffet McGraw, Kelly Gramlich, Ivory Latta, Kelsey Rigg.
We led late in the game.
And when was that? March of when?
About 1906.
Yep. Coach Boeheim and the Orange fell to the Blue Devils of Vic Bubas.
Coach was Marcus Burton stepping up, knocking down the 3 ball. Notre Dame looking to try to see if they can get something going here. 5:20 remaining.
Yep.
Coach, was Dave Bing on that team also?
Yes, he was. That's why we got them.
You guys were same class, correct?
Yes, sir.
Ryan Young turns and scores. Corey, I got a note that ties all that nicely together for you here.
Okay.
By the way.
You always got a nice nugget for me.
Under 5. Here is Mitchell on the drive against Konechny. And 6 for Ryan Young, 4 in a row. The first time that Duke and Notre Dame ever played was a neutral site game at Chicago Stadium in February of 1965. There's Kerry Booth. This was the year before Coach Boeheim's final season, right? The game was 101-88.
I like it.
In 1965.
I like that. No 3-point line.
Correct. The Irish were coached by Johnny D. Jay Miller had 23.
Berger had 25 and Van Maren 21.
I tell you what, I don't know any of those names. Two-sport star.
No question. No question about that.
So we're going to talk two-sport stars in the history of Duke basketball. You got to talk that name whose jersey happens to be hanging in the rafters.
Absolutely. It's amazing when you think about Ron Reed, though, because he was, what, 6'7"?
15 in the national championship game. That was a very good Duke team, too. Kyle Singler on that team, who was the all-time winningest player in ACC history.
First 2-point goal of the night makes it a 14-point game. Here's Filipowski to the slice on Mitchell. What a good-looking pass that was, Coach.
He is a very, very high-level passer.
And That action set up. We saw that same play on the first possession of the second half where McCain was able to knock down the three. Ever since then, Notre Dame concerned about Jared McCain. Mark Mitchell having opportunities to slip right to the rim.
16-point game. Burton, another jump stop. Short jumper, good. Boy. Feels like Burton, even though it might come in a losing effort, has kind of passed the Cameron test tonight too, Corey.
Yeah, we knew he would not be afraid of the moment. He and Shrewsbury definitely showed up for this game. Big Monday, baby. We'll be here. We'll be in the mix as Wake Forest comes in. The Demon Deacons have been on Big Monday before. They won the first Big Monday.
Shaking up on the play. Here's a look. Kerry Booth, the screen. Oh, it's just kind of a Shrewsbury ran McCain into.
Called. You can turn it on to someone else if there's a flag.
So that's what he's doing.
Got them both
And
right.
what was Notre Dame?
Notre Dame actually shot it better, 7 of 26 from three, but only 34.5% from the field.
Yep. Mitchell fouled on the play. That's Burton. And a couple of free throws coming from Mark Mitchell on Burton.
I don't think you do that, but I don't know.
Thomas Crow, Thomas Hatton, and Alex Wade and Tony Sanders.
I mean, it's hard when you're losing to just keep doing that, but they have done that.
Sanders the three, and the rebound for Sean Stewart. And John Shire's going to wave this off, and Duke is going to pick up the win, fellas. 17-5, 8-3 in the ACC. Notre Dame will lose for the 7th straight time. They get Virginia Tech and South Bend on Saturday. BC's here to see Duke, Corey.
The Blue Devils are moving along as expected and continuing to get better as this season goes.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good step. Duke's